I don't know what happened. That's for. I don't actually know what happened. Can you hear me? Please, if you can hear me, indicate so we proceed. Something happened and I don't understand what happened. Hello, Gladys. Can you hear me? Oh, I was live and something happened. I don't know what is the problem. Okay. Jerry says they can hear me. Blessing, I see you. Okay, good. Let me proceed. My internet, I don't know, maybe my internet has some issues. But again, let me proceed. So if you are applying for scholarships, you have to consider, look at your CGPA. Like I always say, CGPA is very important. And again, if you have volunteer experience is also important. Then internship experience is also very, very important. Then work experience is also very, very important. And again, the people who are going to recommend you, okay, the people recommending you, like writing recommendation letters for you, like if you're applying for grad school opportunities, graduate teaching assistantship, graduate research assistantship, and funding opportunities in the US, please pay attention to these details, especially for masters and PhD. The people representing you, like writing the motivation letters, not the motivation letters because you are the one to write it, the people writing your recommendation letters, because you will not know what they are going to write. Maybe sometimes it's good for you to tell them, if you guys have some close relationship, okay, or maybe you are somehow related, let them tell you what they want to write, okay, or show you what they want to write, because I think the recommendation letter speaks more on your behalf. Oh, morning. This your name is very hard for me to pronounce. Okay, you applied for the FIFA volunteer stuff. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, Bianu Lekpoa. I'm going to talk about all of this later on. Okay, let's just Dorisha, I am good. How are you doing? Hope you are good. Thank you so much for joining. Guys, share the live video so somebody can benefit from this. Okay, we were talking about Erasmus Mundus before my internet stopped. I don't know, for some reason. So before you go applying for scholarship, think about these things, because sometimes what your recommender writes to the committee speaks volume about you. Some recommenders, especially our African lecturers, most of them do not really know what the scholarships entail. So you need to really tell them what the scholarship board wants to see. And also, sometimes I will prefer, if they say they will do it, write what you want them to send to the scholarship in case that opportunity comes, because sometimes you will not know what because what happens is you will fill in their details, especially for you who is applying for US universities and graduate teaching opportunities or assistantships. When you are applying, you are going to see a space for you to input their details, their name, email, your relation to them. Then it is now your school will send an invite to them to fill the scholarship form. So most of the time, you are not going to know what is on that form. So put all of this together before you begin and think. If you do not have a very good relationship with somebody, please do not ask them to recommend you, because only someone can write good things about you if they actually know you, if they really want your progress, right? Yeah, if they really want your progress, then you are good to go. Type of a person, if you are writing the lecturers and they are not responding to your emails, then I think the best thing is maybe look for other people or maybe stop the application, because at the end of the day, you are going to work for nothing. This is experience, I'm telling you. I do understand people are busy, like myself. I'm battling with my academics. It's so hard. Yeah. When you are trying to prepare for exams, then also doing research, trying to analyze data, getting the data, first of all, is a problem before analyzing it. So I understand all these things. But if you must put in for scholarship, know that it's so competitive and focus on your motivation letter, and also Remember with Erasmus Mundus, that was the topic in that first video that just stopped abruptly. I don't know what happened. With Erasmus Mundus, you can apply for maybe two, no, I think maximum is four different programs. But will I advise you to maybe apply for four different programs? The answer is no. The reason is simple. Look, when you are applying for more programs, multiple programs, you're giving a lot of your energy. But if you're applying for one program, you give it more attention. Now, this is where it gets tricky. Applying for one program is also very risky, and applying for four programs is increasing your chances of getting the scholarship because let's assume that you are also applying for those four programs with another student who also have better qualifications than you. Now, if this student gets the first scholarship, there is no way they are going to give he or she the other three scholarships, right? So in that case, you also go closer to winning a scholarship. But again, the tendency that you are going to put in less energy in the other previous application is so high because trust me, scholarship application is something that takes a lot of time. A lot. Remember, you have if you're applying for two, three programs or four programs, you have to write four different motivation letters. Two motivation letters cannot be the same because if you do, they are going to know. They have detectors on all of these things. And plagiarism is an academic problem. It's not considered. So you need to always think of all of this. Yeah, these are the things you need to know. Then your motivation letter should not be something you copied from ChatGPT or something you maybe took online. You have to write your own. Even if you took something from ChatGPT, good, it's still good. You can take information, but try to put it in your own words and explain yourself so that the scholarship board can actually see what is happening, link it to your academic background, then yeah, evaluate your application. So I think don't just apply to one scholarship and then you relax. Apply to many opportunities as much as you can. Apply to many opportunities as much as you can. It is very, very important. Many people will not understand this until one of their applications are rejected. I know somebody in the US now who applied for 25 applications and only got that one last one that she did. Yeah, it happens like that. During my scholarship application period, I got, because of course you have to, there is a format you have to use. I actually reached out to some teachers, some researchers, and they told me that they have money to sponsor students, but I wasn't just the right candidate because we talked a couple of times back and forth, and I realized that what they were doing was not what I was doing, right? Yeah, it happens like that, and you cannot force it. And again, some teachers will give you benefit of doubt and see if you are actually the qualified candidate because PhD is something they don't want to joke with. Funding is something they are giving you their money for free. So they want to make sure that you are actually the best out of the best. So if you must put in Erasmus is starting on September, I think September 10. Most programs are usually open around September 10 to 15. Then some will open around, I think September 18, September 25th. Then majority of them will now open from October, November. Very few will open November, December. But before November, majority of them should be open. Now, when you get to the website, to the catalog, after clicking a program, check their requirements. Check their universities participating. This thing I'm telling you is so important, and many people fail to check. And you cannot just see a program because it looks nice and clean and you just take your certificates and apply. And remember, some other people, I also noticed that some other people from other countries, when you are applying for masters abroad, you need to pay attention to your credits, the number of credits you obtain in bachelor's. I noticed that some people from Liberia, I think Liberia, Sierra Leone, their certificates, they do not have like 180 credits. You know, for you to graduate in certain universities, there are a number of credits you must meet. In my former university in Cameroon, we used to need about 180. Some other schools, they do have their own, but be rest assured that you need to have at least 180 credits to apply for master's degree in most countries. Erasmus will always tell you that you need at least 180. Now, within that 180, they might tell you that, okay, you need to have like 20 in biology courses or maybe 10 in mathematics courses, depending on the program you want to study. So always don't forget this. It's so important because I noticed some people, like there was a scholarship I was checking last time in I think it's the same Erasmus, and I noticed that it said minimum credit you should have is 185. But if you have 180, you are still good. You can apply. This was what was written on the website. Now, imagine that you didn't check all of this and you just took your certificate and you start applying. Maybe you had 120. What are you going to do? It means already before you even started applying, you have already been disqualified. So follow instructions before you begin. Chijo, please, can Erasmus be used in the Netherlands? Yes, why not? You can use it because the way it works is before you apply, you should know the universities you are going to study in. If your university is in the Netherlands, why not? You can always come here and study, but it's definitely going to be for a semester. Because if your program is 2 years, it means you have 4 semesters. So you have to move from one semester to one semester to the next in different countries to study. It works that way. Yeah, it works that way. So that's what you should know. And I think, yeah, this is all I wanted you guys to see today. My main concern was this Erasmus thing. So we've done it. Maybe we can talk about the other information tomorrow. There is a lot more we are going to talk about. But before then, I will inform you there is still more. Then there is something about Erasmus motivation letter I'm going to say. I think maybe we should talk about it when um, the programs are open because many people I notice that especially those who are into medical area, nurses and pharmacists, you need to pay attention to that. Some programs will need portfolios. Yeah, some programs will need portfolios. So before you apply, make sure you verify very well. It's important. Let me see. Let's see. Zufi, I don't paste that again because a lot of things happen on that. So I only attend to people on calls or maybe questions. I think if you have a question, right? I do not know when I'm going to post the next video because as I leave from here, I'm going to a different city. I would say that drop your comment here. If it's something private, then I'll advise you book a call with me. I don't have time tomorrow. I will not be free tomorrow. And after this, I will not have the time. So I will only be back on Monday around maybe towards the evening for calls. The other people who book the calls, let me see, they are about, okay, there are 4 of them. I'll only call them on Monday because I do not have the time now. Then those of you who want to come to the Netherlands this year, please, 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 this is very important. Before you come, make sure you have some money on you. I don't see Loretta here again. I do not see her, but I think she's coming here. Before you come, please have some money. Now, why am I insisting that you should have some money before you come? Somebody was asking me if they are going to work and pay their fees. It's not possible. It's not possible. Yeah, the laws works a lot, and you are going to be studying for your whole time. You can only work, even if you are not studying for your whole time, you have presentations to do, you have meetings to attend, you have, the education is in such a way you spend less time in class and more hours doing practical work. Design-based education, that's what we practice here, especially in most European countries. So understand that when you get in, while taking lectures, you also need to read, you also need to do presentations, you also need to do projects before you write a final exam. Okay, then where is the time to even work? Now, if you are working, it should be 16 hours a week maximum. Anything above that, you are risking your own self in this country because nobody's going to tell you. They will only put it in the system. I've been fined 2 times now when I came here. The first time was when I traveled to Germany without knowing that I was supposed to actually swipe my ticket in one checkpoint. And when I came, they were asking me for the ticket. I didn't know. They fined me. I paid close to 78 euros for that. Yeah. My friend was fine when he used his bicycle to run on the pedestrian pathway. They don't joke here. Laws here is law. If you refuse to pay, they will put it in the system. Everything is connected like this. Do you know that a university year, we do not write exams with a pen? You have to write using your computer. And it's not like something that is connected to your school. It is connected to the government website, which is linked to your school, and other universities can see the data. When you are logging in, they will ask for the name of your school, and you will also see the other list of universities in this country on the same dashboard. So it's not a joke in this place. That is why they call it an organized economy. Now, don't come without money because you have to pay accommodation, you have to pay deposit, okay? Then after that, you need time to process your residence permit. It doesn't take long for the Netherlands. I think when you come in, because when you go to the embassy, the money you pay for the visa, sometimes you pay to your school, sometimes because you are not giving the embassy, your school is responsible. So they send it to the embassy and also give that to the Dutch government, something like that. They call them IND, then they process those things. When you come here, it doesn't take time. Maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maximum 1 month, you get it. Then to those of you who give money to your school for blocked account, when you come, note that for you to get that money from your school, you need to do what they call BSN number. You need to get accommodation. Option number one, accommodation. Option number two, open a bank account. No, go and collect BSN. When you collect BSN, number three, you open a bank account. When you open the bank account, you can now, when the account is ready, number four, you now send the details to your school. So everything is appointment. You have to book appointment to follow up all those things. Please do not forget, it's important. Then the deposit you are paying for the house, when you are moving out, they'll give it to you if you do not destroy anything. So don't panic. Yeah, the laws work better. If they don't give it to you, they are risking themselves because, of course, don't say you are paying money to people online. Don't give money to people online if you do not know them. It's very important because at the end of the day, if you give them money, and something happens, you cannot trace anybody. When I came here, they also wanted to do same for me, but again, I was very open-minded. Then I met somebody, the hostel I met a Portuguese guy who was watching my videos on this YouTube channel. Yeah, he was the one who identified me. I didn't even know. So you have to be careful. Then that was when he told me that I was the one who told him not to give money to anybody before he decided to take the hostel, and we met in that hostel. Yeah, but he found accommodation because I saw him in school one time and we spoke again. So you have to be careful about these things. There are a lot of these area boys online. When they take your money, they are gone. Okay, just be careful. If you cannot see their faces like this, they don't own any website or blog, don't buy anything. That is me. I always tell people the fact. So I think there is something I'm forgetting. Jerry is asking, call is booked from the description box. Okay, I think someone wants to book a call. If you want to book a call, check my videos. Okay, not this one. Check the other previous videos on the channel. You are going to see there is a link there, one-on-one booking link. It should be there. Yeah, I always drop it there. So book a call from there. What else? There is something I'm forgetting. I've talked about those who are coming September for accommodation. Yeah, get accommodation. What else? Then the other things, yeah, that is it. When you come, you study. When your studies is finished, then you fight to look for jobs because, of course, it's never going to be easy. But with time, you are going to find. You have to fight and fight and fight real hard. Check. You have a whole 1 year after your studies, 365 days. Don't make any day after you finish your studies in the Netherlands. Apply for your orientation year. After you get it, then you have, because normally it's usually given for 1 year. Now, when they give you, make sure each of those 365 days apply for at least 5 different jobs. I will repeat it again. When you collect your orientation year, make sure while applying for jobs in the Netherlands, apply for at least 5 jobs in 1 day. Now, if you drop 5 applications, of course, you are going to get, no, we are sorry, we cannot recruit you. No, we are sorry. But definitely, if you put in this effort, within a year, you should get something. And do not take your Dutch language very lightly. Yeah, take it very seriously because at the end of the day, if you want to get a passport or permanent residency in here, you are going to need the Dutch language. Very important. What else? While applying for those jobs, don't just apply in the Netherlands. Also apply for jobs in Luxembourg, apply for jobs in Australia, apply for jobs in Canada, US, these top countries, because now you have a European degree. And yeah, I think it's gonna speak volume about that. Then also apply for jobs in Europe. If you, I prefer Luxembourg because Luxembourg needs skilled professionals. So with the fact that you studied in an advanced country like the Netherlands, you stand a chance. Those of you who haven't studied, I would prefer you come in, study first, because trust me, these people, they are not hiring anything. That's why when I see some of these people shouting everywhere, oh, job visa to this place, job visa to this place, I just look at it and I smile. They do not know these things. I was in Germany last May, and we went for a business event. And in that event, we saw a lot of recruiters, right? And these people, they are not just looking for people who are going to come and waste their money. They are looking for people to bring them and to sponsor them, but you must be able to give them what they want. I spoke to a prime minister, sorry, a minister in Luxembourg face to face like this. I still have the picture here. It's just that I don't just post everything. A lot of things were told in that particular event. And those of you who don't know, you can check IMAX. IMEX. That's the name of the event. It took place in Frankfurt last time. That was around, was it in May or June? Yeah, I was there. It was a very big event. So there are a lot of things going on people don't see. You see all these people shouting, oh, work visa to Australia, to New Zealand, all those things. There are a lot the employer needs to put into consideration before hiring somebody. And sometimes most of you, you go, they give you fake things. I've seen a lot of fake offers. Somebody even brought a Microsoft document. I was telling the person who is my follower that is a job offer from Europe. I looked at the thing and I laughed. And this guy had already paid 1 point something million for that document that was printed in the kitchen. So you have to be careful, guys. Just be careful. I think my time is almost here and I will have to go very soon. Mr. Anthony, I see you. Hey, Tala, Stefan, I see you, bro. Bolanji, hello. Adam says, I've been admitted to a program before. Do I need to be admitted to a program before I can apply for Erasmus scholarship? No. You need, the scholarship is the program you're applying to. So when you apply, they will check your documents to see if they are okay. Then if they meet requirements, if they think you are the perfect candidates, they will now give you an admissions letter. That is when you can now apply for a student visa. This is the way it works. I hope this makes sense. Then somebody was talking about, please, does University of Utrecht accept bank statement, Anthony? Yes, I think they do. But I think even if they are accepting bank statement, you have to pay, I think you have to pay 1 year of the fees, then show them bank statement for your living costs, something like that. Yeah. I'm not very certain, but I think it should be like this. Or if not like that, maybe you quickly send an email to them and ask them. It's not even about sending email. This information should be on their website. But if you doubt anything, send an email. I suppose you should send an email so you really know what is happening if it's something that you really want to follow. Yeah. Anthony, I think you should send an email. Ask them. Just that I haven't really had time to check their websites. I would have checked and get back to you. Um, is there no diploma 2 years course that can lead to permanent residency in Europe? It's hard. It's hard, Mr. Aboidum. It's hard. In Europe, sometimes to get permanent residency, you need to live here for at least 3 to 4 years. Yeah, 3 to 4 years. In the Netherlands, it's direct 5 years. It's either you get a permanent residency or you get a passport. You are the one to decide. Akachi. Good evening. It's afternoon in the Netherlands. What's the time? 3:30. Okay. It's afternoon here. Tala Stefan says, please, any info about China? China, the truth is that countries that will not give you permanent residency or citizenship as a black person, I really don't find them interesting. And besides, I have a student in China who is thinking of moving to the Netherlands. Yeah, we spoke, I think last 2 weeks. She booked a call with me, I think something like that. But again, not everybody will relocate here to Europe. The only thing is that I barely put in my efforts on these countries because at the end of the day, they will never give you their permanent residency or citizenship. That's just the truth. Except that you're in China for like 10 years. Even that 10 years is still not guaranteed. Yeah, but again, if I find info, I will bring it. If I find info, just that I haven't really done the research on China. Patricia Ayamba, okay. Yeah, I see you. Maybe I think you should, the person should have written me already. What again? Catherine. Can I use HND certificate to apply for Bulgaria? Yeah, you can use HND and apply, but the problem now is, are you using your bachelor's degree? Sorry, you said HND. Are you going to use it for bachelor's or for master's? Because most institutions in Europe, they don't accept HND. I have a few people who have used HND to get master's degree, but I suppose their degree, their certificates are so good. When I say so good, you understand, right? Maybe they have something like 4 and above on 5 GPA. Yeah, I have somebody who got admissions in Germany with HND. Then another person told me that he also got, in which country is that? Is it Sweden or where? I don't remember. But Sweden is suspicious because Sweden will ask you for 180 credits for you to apply for their masters. So how did the person get for Sweden? 180 credits. HND cannot give you 180 credits. It's not up to, because HND is 2 years and some practical work. I think in Nigeria it's 4 years, but I'm not sure 180 credits can HND can give you that. Those of you with HND, how many credits do you have on your certificate? Somebody should indicate, let me see. Because I know most HNDs, they end at 60, some 90. I've never seen HND 120. Because I'm worried about study gap regarding Romania application. Yeah, Romania is very strict now. Very, very strict. Very strict. I think if you are looking for study gap, you should try to apply to Lithuania too. It's just that Lithuania is a good place as well, and they don't consider gap that way. But some universities consider gap. Yeah, so the best thing to do is, if you don't see it there, then you can always reach out to your admissions team. Yeah, I think they can easily get back. Okay, somebody said write N2 Dutch proficiency exams in the Netherlands. Hi, is it true that we have to write NT2 Dutch proficiency exam in the Netherlands? This is when you want to do the Dutch language, or when you want to get PR or citizenship. I do not know which one I'm going to write. I haven't even checked, but because you have to study before you write the exams, right? I haven't really gone deep into that. But definitely, if you want to get permanent residency, citizenship here, you need to write the exams. I don't know if it's N2 or which one, but I know there is an exam to write, which is Dutch. So I'm still going to check that. IND, they update their websites all the time. Oh, Vanita, I see you. Vanita says, I once booked a call with you, so I need to book again. No, Vanita, I think if you booked a call with me, you can just leave me a voice note on my WhatsApp. Then whenever I get back, I will definitely respond. Yeah, but you have to be patient because I have a lot on that contact list. I have more than 50 unreplied. To reply even just 10 people, it takes me at least 10 to 20 minutes. It's a whole lot of work. But again, I will always try. So, tell us more about Australia. Yeah, it's something I will need to verify all those details. I haven't really checked because all these countries with big tuition like that. I remember checking Australia when I was in Cameroon, and the fees I saw, man, that was what led me. I didn't even want to check more into it. And yeah, Australia is so expensive. But again, it's a good place. If you have the money, invest in it. Yeah, and it's not for the weak. Australia is expensive, quite expensive when you are moving as a student. And now there are so many pathways they've shut down in Australia. Remember, if you are 36, is it 34 to 36 years? If you are 36 years in Australia, if you study now, you have to leave the country. They don't give permanent residency again to somebody above 36 years. I hope you know. You cannot see the way the job market is dwindling. They are not trying to stop some people because to them they find it not important. If they are giving you permanent residency where you cannot work in their country for up to 30 years, it's a waste to them from all understanding. Yeah, it's a waste to them. So you have to be careful. Make sure before you finish your master's degree in Australia, you shouldn't be 36 years. Or make sure you read again very well from their home site. What are my chances of Mel? What are my chances of seeking asylum if I enter Europe with a student visa? No, it will complicate you. It will complicate you because one, they will say that you told them that you had money to come and study. Remember, before applying for visa, you need to pay tuition, you need to show bank statement, you need to maybe do blocked account, right? Before you can apply for a visa. Now, if you reach here and you want to swap, you will now ask for asylum. Nobody will tell you at the beginning, but you will get the complication along the way when they are maybe working on your file or something. The officials will be like, because of course everything is in the system. The day you enter their airport, what you came to do, like in the Netherlands, if you come here through studies, all your details are with the government because the university that brought you, they have it. Immediately you stop school, the university will inform the government and they will send a moving back letter to your address and tell you leave the country on this date. You didn't study, you didn't register, and your stay is this. This is the way it works. You get. Now, if you later go on and say, okay, I want to seek asylum, your name is in their system showing that you came through academics. Now, if they ask you, why did you come through academics? After telling us that you have money to sponsor yourself, to stay here and feed yourself, why did you decide to then ask for help from the government? Because seeking asylum is like telling the government, oh, my life is in danger, I'm being chased away, I have this problem I'm facing in my country, and I want you to give me refuge, right? That's the meaning of asylum. If you don't know, read about it very well. Now, when they ask you this question, if you are not careful, you may be deported from that position. It's very important. So I would prefer you come with a tourist visa, Schengen visa. But again, getting the Schengen visa, is it easy? That is the problem. So you need to really think about this. Think about it, very important. Yeah. Okay, guys, I have to go. Otherwise, I'm going to miss the train. I'm going far away from here. So tomorrow, I think tomorrow, same time, 1 p.m. West African time. I'm going to verify my schedule to see what is happening. Maybe I may not be free at that time, but I'm going to check to see. And again, let's talk more on, yeah, from September, we are going to have more of these live sessions, and I would be somehow consistent because I really want many people to get this information and see if they can find their way to Europe. Yeah, if we keep trying like this, many people will move in. That's what I believe in. So let's see how it goes. And if you were here today, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for coming. And we are going to continue tomorrow. Tomorrow's topic, I'm going to paste it. There is some information some people asked me. And also, I will look at this comment section to see the questions that you guys dropped there, then tell you the way forward on what we are going to do in subsequent videos or the next live session. All right. So thank you everybody for coming. Thank you, Stefan. Thank you, Godwin. Thank you, Emmanuel. Where are the others? Let me see. Thank you, Teslim. Teslim was asking a question, but I need to book a call with you concerning Netherlands. Okay, Teslim, go to my other videos. You are going to see in the description box, there is a booking link there. Once you book that appointment, it's going to take you directly to my WhatsApp, okay? Once you write me on WhatsApp and you get a feedback message, please be patient. I will be back, okay? Because I'm so up and down now. I'm so up and down. Just be patient. I'll be back. Don't worry. But once you book the call, it's going to take you to a WhatsApp. That is my WhatsApp. Be patient. I'll be back with you. All right. Thank you so much, Biano. Milton, tell us about Australia. Yeah, like I said, I will come to that. Vanita, Catherine, Jerry, Aziz, Patricia, Stefan, Adams, Everybody, thank you. Thank you. I see 34 people here. Thank you so much. And we meet again in another one. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye. Let me rush along. Otherwise, I'm going to miss my train ticket. The time is catching me up. How do I end this thing now? How do I go with this? How is it stopped? Whoa. Okay. Then it's from here.